Hi, good morning. This is Kin Bueno from the Diocese of Parañaque. The topic I am presenting to is about aviternity. So, particularly these knowledges we have, how can we understand the reason for the existence of a probability for its cause, or the reason for the probability of something rather than its inexistence? Rather, the Diocese of Parañaque explicitly defines via reasonable notion quote-unquote via church property of a notion of existence of a higher integrity of the rule. Particularly the rule we are expecting based on the royalty of something, of a perspective of diocesan interest we have. We can expand on the royalty of the Roman law, quote-unquote. However, how can we understand fully divine revelation if we cannot understand dogmatic theology based on divine truth on the concept of Trinitarian dogma, quote-unquote? However, our presuppositions does not regard itself individually of real presence without the notion of a particular extrinsic act expressed by the aviternity guys we have here. However, we cannot infallibly orient ourselves to the fallibility of our words, for the fact that its infallibility can be true. Otherwise, aviternity expresses the content that the Supreme Pontiff can be contacted by a reasonable notion. However, the relationary we have here is that the machine does not contact itself by a unreasonably means. However, the force of the Roman government expresses the unity in the moral content of eternal law. Otherwise, there is no notion to understand the fallibility of something via infallibility of the Pope, quote-unquote. However, the royal content of the whole context of the angels must be according to the eschatological plan of the Eucharist. The Eucharist is simply subsisting based on substantial knowledge that he has. However, this substantial knowledge is infinitely expressive in all sacred dimensions. However, the Christology of something expresses according to unity in the moral content of eternal law. Otherwise, there is no reason to presuppose a theory other than a theory itself can be presupposed. However, the notion that the pre-existing individuality of Christ is according to the divine plan. However, the rationality of the fallibility of eternal law expresses itself according to eternal content, quote-unquote. International law expresses itself according to the value of something that is expressed according to diocesan concern for that matter. However, national law expresses the unity in the mind of Christ for that matter. We cannot therefore know the mind of Christ based on absolute notion, quote-unquote. However, we can know the mind of Christ via grace, or for that matter that every content of eternal law is expressed according to eternal law itself. Rather, the notion of a physical reality is completely immortal based on our royal holy see. However, our presuppositions does not regard itself of eternal error. Rather, the moral principles of Christ expresses the unity of the angels via the expressive content of heaven. So basically, we can understand the reasonable notion that Christ exists via his cross, or for its signification is eternally known. The Trinitarian formula remains inviolable of any dimensive error. The Trinitarian formula is simply expressive itself by a plenary scale, cannot be void of its eternity for that matter. So the reasonable notion that eternity is based on Trinitarian formula expresses that God's Trinitarian unity is expressible, while its unity is completely eternal. Thanks so much.